做一个好人是什么感受？便是觉着这世间无一不好，无一不善内心，坦坦荡荡，无所愧疚，生来欢喜，死亦无愧。
As if we were not given fair warning that free trade was on the decline. As early as 2022, the CEO of BlackRock already said that globalization was dead. So we were given plenty of warning, but it was a warning that was not heeded by the PAP, who kept talking about globalization. Now, what I propose to do and my party proposed to do in this time is this. Instead of globalization, we must go glocalization. So we must involve the region. We cannot carry on to the drumbeat of the Americans, which led globalization. We must start to cooperate with our regional partners like the Indonesians, the Thais, the Malaysians. But sadly, our foreign policy is out of sync, and we are out of lockstep with most of them. A classic example was what happened with Ukraine. Professor, I would like to finish off my answer to Ms. Edwards' question earlier. What I want to do in this current state is to promote our SME and make sure that they can produce the goods that the world and the region wants. And we want a bank specially set up to finance the SMEs so that they can not only go global, they can go regional as well. Now, coming to the Trump tariffs, I see the Trump tariffs as primarily a tool to contain the rise of China. How it's going to end is beyond anyone's comprehension. We saw how Trump suspended tariffs for 90 days, all right? And I think at the end of the day, there could be a silver lining in the cloud because Singapore enjoys a lowest tariff. Many foreign companies are going to relocate to us. It could be a golden age for our industry, our economy. PAR has always been known as the party that emphasizes, insists on priority for jobs for Singaporeans. We make no concession on that whatsoever. Now, we will insist that the employer must employ Singaporeans first. Only if they are able to show that no Singaporean is capable of doing that job should they be allowed to employ the foreigner. We now have an economy, we now have fostered an economy where employers actually prefer hiring foreigners to locals. We want to stop that. We want to use our vast resources to nurture our local talent and make sure that they get the best paying jobs. We are not against foreigners, but Singaporeans will always come first. The PAP government has entered into very harmful treaties, such as SECA, which PAR is totally opposed and wants abolished. We may talk about being open to foreign workers, but the balance has tilted too far in the last 2 decades. We want SECA abolished. And at the end of the day, my answer to your question is very much the same as my answer to Ms. Edwards' question earlier. We want priority for that Singaporean worker. We want that Singaporean worker to get the best paying jobs. If no Singaporean worker is willing to do the job, we are prepared to allow that employer to employ the foreigner. We are not going to negotiate on that. There was absolutely no need for the GST hikes to have been imposed in the midst of a huge storm. For 2024, we had a budget surplus of 6.4 billion, when GST raised about 3.5 billion. From 1999 until 2019, the budget surplus was 40 billion altogether. If you look at the difference between the CPF annualized returns, what is paid out to the stakeholders, and what the government keeps, it is another 13.4 billion. And every year, 25 billion go towards special transfers. And on top of that, if you raise the NIRC by 10%, you get another 5 billion there. That's a lot of money to finance free healthcare, free education, free school meals, as PAR has suggested. We may have a difference of opinion here. I do not recall my party ever proposing that we should have price controls on necessities. What we have said is that we want to remove GST on the necessities, such as food and groceries, medical care, healthcare, and so forth. So my answer to your question will pretty much be the same as my answer to Ms. Edwards. But I would like to use the remaining time I have on this question to say this. It is of grave concern to PAR that we must reduce the cost of living. And one way is to reduce the cost of housing, which burdens our young families and other age groups as well. And what is our proposal there? First of all, we are going to stop this surge in resale prices by stopping permanent residents from buying HDB, because they are the cause of the surge in price, which then pulls along the BTO price. My fellow Singaporeans, next Saturday, 1 week from now, you are going to walk into that ballot box and you're going to have to make a decision. Many of you will walk in with a lot of anger because for the past 5 years, you have been put through hell by this government. I ask you to ask yourselves a few questions. Do you think your life will be better 5 years from now if you continue to vote for the PAP? Do you think your cost of living will go down if you continue to vote for the PAP? Will public housing be more affordable? Now, you know the answer. The PAP will never be able to get your cost of living, cost of public housing down. PAR has proposals to do so through our proposals for free healthcare, free school meals, free education, and our proposal for public housing. I differ here from my friend, Ms. Tan, on our ways of reducing public housing. On the BTOs, we are going to gradually reduce land costs because we do not want to crash the market. So we are going to reduce it, for example, 5% every 6 months and allow the market to adjust. But we are going to bring public housing costs down. And there's a second very important reason why you should vote for us. The PAP MPs are like a range of extinct volcanoes. There's no fire in them. Not a single PAP MP challenged the GST hikes. PAR's candidates will, and I look forward to cross-examining Mr. Chi, Mr. Shanmugam, and his other colleagues in Parliament if I am elected into Parliament. Thank you.